Good morning, all.
Hi, good morning, Srini.
Is everyone joined back? Okay. In previous session, we discussed about Srini, have you started the recording?
Yes.
Okay. In previous session, we discussed about DNS. What is the importance of DNS? Just one thing. Without DNS, you are not in a position to access internet. You are typing google.com, you are typing some website. Okay, you are connecting day-to-day operations, you are connecting accessing internet. Okay, how you are able to access internet? The background is DNS. I shared the file DNS architecture. Okay, how the DNS core is going to work. Just go through that. Okay, try to understand in every application, every server, any operating system, any mobile device. Okay, you are able to access internet in the sense that background is DNS. Without DNS, there is no internet. Okay, you are not in a position to access internet. Okay, that is the importance of DNS. So you need to understand the basic concepts of DNS. Okay, what is the day-to-day activities? Okay, what are the records? DNS records. Okay. Okay, we discussed about host record. Okay, alias or CNAME. Okay, go through that file, the DNS architecture. Okay, no need to go in deep. Okay, just try to understand how the DNS query is working, how the request is passing from your system and reaching respective website and getting information on your screen. Okay, that is the DNS. Okay, coming back to today's session, we are going to talk about DHCP. Okay, Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol. What is the importance of DHCP? Okay, you are connected to system and you are connected to access internet. How you are getting an IP address? Okay, we discussed about static IP. Okay, and other one dynamic IP. Static IP in the sense we are assigning IP address manually. Okay, dynamic IP in the sense the IP address is going to assign to the system directly without assigning manual intervention. Okay, so how I'm getting an IP address? How to configure that? Okay, for example, consider you have a systems like in an office, you have 10 systems. I can easily configure static IP for each system by assigning, the class ranges, the what is a class C or class B IP range. Okay, whatever the IP range you are going to configure, you are going to assign IP address according to your requirement. If 10 systems, no issues. You can assign IP and you can configure on 10 systems. Imagine in your office you have 1,000 systems or 100 systems. Is it possible to configure each system IP address manually? Go into the system, assign IP address to that particular system, configure the TCP IP properties and assigning IP address for each system. It is a very difficult job for administration. So how to get, how to get an IP address for that particular system without manual intervention? Okay, that's the concept, the DHCP. In any environment, even if you go to a railway station, you are able to access free Wi-Fi internet. Okay, how you are able to access free Wi-Fi internet? Okay, to access internet, the background you should have an IP address and a DNS server to access internet, isn't it? So how you are getting that IP information to that system and able to access internet? Okay, For example, in your day-to-day operations, you connected your system, okay? In your home, you have only one laptop or one mobile device. As soon as you connect your laptop system, it is connecting to a Wi-Fi network. What is that Wi-Fi network? It is your broadband internet, okay? How you are going to assign? Are you assigning any IP address to the system? By default, if you open command prompt, you are getting certain IP address. See here, I connected to my system to internet. With the internet only, I'm able to join this session. Okay, let's see how I'm going to get an IP address from my system. Okay, what is the command? IP config. See, what is IP? Some IP I'm getting, that is 192.168.0.102. Okay, how I'm getting this IP information? How I'm getting DNS IP config /all so that I can understand what is my current IP information with the complete information. What is DNS server? Okay. See here, lease period, lease expire, default gateway. Okay. DHCP server. How I'm getting all this information to my system. In your office environment, if you see, administrator is not going to assign. As soon as you connected your system to office network, you are not going to assign an IP address. Okay, it is going to get a dynamic IP. You can go to command prompt and open your system and see, am I getting a static IP? Am I getting a dynamic IP? As soon as you connected to office network, you are able to access internet. As soon as you connected your system to home network, you are able to access internet. What is happening background? You are getting an IP address from a DHCP server. Okay. What is the DHCP? DHCP server is nothing but it assigns an IP address to perform our day-to-day operations. By seeing this IP address, what class it is belongs to, you should understand what class it belongs to. By seeing that, I can say that this is class C range. Okay. I told you in network sessions, class IP address, what are the classes, what is the important, okay, what is the network segment, what is the host bits, and all those things. Okay, let's see what is my DHCP. We need to find out what is my DHCP server in my environment. Okay, what I'm going to do is your Wi-Fi router is going to have a default IP address. By default, if you go to command prompt, whatever the default gateway, if you see here, this is a default gateway. Whatever the IP address here, default gateway IP, that is by default your broadband internet or router, Wi-Fi router IP address. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to access that particular IP address and see what is the information is available. Okay. As soon as I enter, I'm getting my broadband router admin page. What I'm going to do, I'm going to enter login. What is my intention is here, I need to see what is the DHCP server configuration on this particular system. Okay, because of this particular broadband only, I'm able to connect my laptop, I'm able to connect my mobile network, mobile devices, 4 or 5 devices, able to access internet. Okay, even if you have a smart TV, the smart TV also getting an IP address from this particular broadband router, broadband internet. Okay, how this IP address allocation is happening. Okay, so let's see where the configuration is available. Okay. Okay. See here, in every router, by default, this configuration will be there. Okay. See, we told IP address to systems, IP version 4, IP version 6. Currently, we are using IP version 4 only. Okay. Even by default, advanced systems by default comes with IP version 6. Okay. So what is my IP system IP address? This is my system IP address. Okay. See here, DHCP server. DHCP server is configured here. If you see here, DHCP server configured on my broadband internet router. Okay, what is my DHCP server range? The pool, IP address pool. It is assigned this particular range from 100 to 199. That in the sense, this particular router is going to assign how many IPs? 99 system. 99 hosts I can connect by this. I'm going to get, I can connect this particular router 100 devices without having any problem. Okay, so this is a basic DHCP configuration. We are going to see what we are going to see in server administration, how we need to configure DHCP and all those thing information. If you can see, this is IP address pool. What is a pool? How it is going to assign? From this DHCP server, I am getting to my system. I'm getting my IP address from this particular router to my system, or also whatever the devices are connected. See, these many mobile devices connected. Okay, Redmi devices. What is a MAC address? What is a MAC address? We discussed about MAC address. MAC address is nothing but your network media access control, physical address of network card. Okay, for each network card, whatever the card you are going to use, you are using Wi-Fi network. The Wi-Fi network is going to have a physical address. On top of it, physical address, we are going to assign a IP address to establish communication from your system to internet world. Okay, so that internet world, how it is working? It is going to work as a through DNS. Okay, go to the DNS architecture, try to understand. Okay, so these many devices I connected to this system. Okay, this is a DHCP, basic DHCP server. What is type of DHCP server? DHCP server can be configured on a hardware device. Hardware device in the sense, my router is a hardware device. My broadband internet device is a hardware device. So I'm getting DHCP IP information from my router. Okay, this is, I can say that what type of DHCP server it is. Device, hardware device type DHCP server. Okay, we are going to configure in our server administration. I am going to configure DHCP server software based. I'm going to use a server, okay, operating system. That operating system, one of the function DHCP server. How to configure, what are the options are available in DHCP server? We are going to see that. Okay, so this is my DHCP server. If you go to railway station, okay, we are going to get an IP address. The background is the Wi-Fi router will be there. That Wi-Fi router is going to have a certain IP range. Okay. So what IP range we need to configure there in railway station? What is a class C limitation? If I configure that Wi-Fi router in railway station, if I configure class C, how many users are going to connect at the max? Max, I'm going to connect 254 devices. 254 users only able to connect, because if I configure class C on my Wi-Fi router, I'm only 254 users, okay, able to connect that particular Wi-Fi device. To increase the count, what we need to do, either we need to go class B IP address range or class A. Okay, it all depends how you are going to configure, how many users are going to connect. For example, in my office environment, okay, what class I need to configure? If my office environment is less than 200 users, 200 systems, I can configure class C network. If my say office network more than 250, then we have to go with class B IP range within my environment. Okay, that's an important place where we need to understand what is the importance of classes. Okay, do I need to configure class A or class B or class C? Okay, I hope it is clear. Srini, please share the screen.
Are you able to see? Wow.
Yeah, able to see the screen.
How to allow him? Srinivas Kausa is waiting in the lobby.